Hello Libra, welcome back. All right, so in your extended, I love this because it's like I always get so much more in the extended. So, all right, you are, man, you've showed up. You're showing up as the Empress. So at the bottom of the deck, I usually don't like do the bottom of the deck and all of that stuff for the extended, but I looked at this and it's like, oh, there you are. Here you are. Here you are in like wholeness and um you're back. It's almost like you're back to normal. You're back to your normal self. You're you are like well, the Empress, she holds a relaxed state, and then oh, okay, here we go. She's you're back to your peaceful state of mind. All right, we've gotten to a point where it's like you're not you're not being the problem anymore. You're back in a peaceful state. I'm not saying that you're the problem. It's not that you're the problem. It's just you're not adding to the problem anymore. You're you are now um, bringing the peace, bringing the solution. You're now bringing the solution to this situation. So, so it seems like from the part one, in that space coming from the part one to the part two, you have kind of like found where that solution is for you. So what I'm noticing here though is that at the end of the first half of your reading, we had the Six of Swords. We had the Six of Swords. So it's like you're coming back. You're coming back. You're coming back in, and you have the six behind this line here. Hopefully you guys can see the shimmering. There's another sword here. So it's talking about like a strategy or something. It's like this the guardians around you, the ones that are presenting here as like the silence, the ones that are watching over you, but not, they are invested, but not really putting their hand in the situation. It's like they know that there's some type of well, traditionally the Seven of Swords kind of talks about like a strategy, but because it is underneath this line and everything, it's referring to like a divine orchestration. There's a divine orchestration at hand, and it's like that is playing out. It's playing out beautifully. And it seems as though your influence on the situation at hand isn't, it's like it's not necessarily needed. It's like kind of take a note from your guides and like it's like step back. It's like step back, focus on self. Because whatever is happening in this situation is happening because of some type of divine orchestration. It's just kind of like it's meant. It's like it's meant to happen. So let it happen. Because if you add yourself into the mix, it's like it's preventing the solution for the situation to come up. So what I'm actually getting here is kind of like, it's kind of like keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything. Don't do anything. Be be the peace element that's in the room. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to um, like be a mediator or something like that. That like you don't necessarily have to join in the situation at hand. You could it's talking about like go back to those universal laws. If you haven't read the Kybalion, there are plenty of like audiobooks on YouTube and everything where you can just listen to it. But it refers to like the more like embodying a more energetic state. Like you can assist this situation in a more energetic way. And that way seems to be by embodying peace and like sitting in that. And it's like because you are interconnected with whatever this situation is, because you are connected to it, it's like your if your energetic signature changes to peace, then that's going to affect the situation in a positive way versus in a way that is like problematic. So we're starting off your extended here, the part 2, with the 4 of Pentacles. It's wanting to come out as both. All right. So we have the 4 of Pentacles and the Strength. And this is referring to you holding back. Like hold back your strength. It's very like it is counterintuitive. It's like you Libra, you might be a person that it's like when a problem arises, you just want to face it and find the solution really quickly. And it's like, okay, we found the solution and now there's no problem anymore. But is, it's, you're not going to be able to handle this situation that you're in with that same type of like approach. You need to take a more energetic approach to this. So because the 4 of Pentacles is presenting itself as like the practical way of solving this, the practical way of handling this. And the guidance here is basically it's telling you to hold off on that way of approaching this situation. Hold off on that because if you were to, it's like if you were to go in there and I guess in a sense become a part of the problem. Well, not you would becoming a part of the problem if you were to like speak out. This is very interesting because it's like I feel like now this is me speaking. It's like I feel like a lot of the messages that are like given to us about handling situations, it's like speak your mind, say what you need to say, all of that stuff. But it's like in this situation, it's like it's asking you instead of embodying like the need to fix it, it's like sit back, embody this Empress energy. It's actually very natural to you. You are, Libra is presented as the Empress. It's like embody this Empress energy. And with the Strength card, it's like pull yourself back. Pull yourself back out of the situation and just sit and observe. It's wanting you to observe. It's like your guides are telling you actually to like sit with them. Like sit with us. Forget that problem. Come and sit with us. And you're going to, it's like you're going to see, okay, you're going to see something, because we have the Palomino that's coming out next. And the Palomino talks about something that stands out. It stands out, right? So if you sit back and you don't involve yourself in this situation, you are going to see something. Something is going to be shown to you. Something is going to be presented to you. However, if you were to, it's very tough. All of these messages, I'm like trying to cater my words. It's like, that's what you need to do. You need to like be very careful about what you say, how you say it, the tone, the expression, everything, because it's like, if you were, it's almost wanting to like, don't even say anything. Don't say anything. Just keep your mouth shut. Because if you are to release what you really want to say, what you really want, you know what I mean, to, you know, do or whatever that is, it's like that's where you end up becoming like the problem. And that's, it's, the solution is never going to be found to the situation, because it's like now the issue is you. Does that make sense? It's like, instead of whatever the situation is, whoever's in that situation, instead of them focusing on that situation, it's like, by you saying something or doing something, whatever that is, it's like they've now shifted their focus to you, and it's like now you're the problem, and you don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen, because it's going to prevent you from seeing whatever this is. Whatever, there's something that is wanting to be shown to you in this situation. And what's happening here is that if you're to say something, see this line, do something, whatever, it's like, it's going to scare whatever the thing is, whatever this is, whatever the Palomino is representing for you, it's going to scare it away. And you're not, and that's the thing, it's like you're not going to get a chance to see it. So it's coming through as like, just hold your horses. Hold your horses. Chill out for a second. Like not reshuffle your deck. Like, you know, refocus yourself, and start and focus on yourself. Focus on self. Pull your energy back into self. That's what this is referring to too, with the Four of Pentacles. It's like, pull everything back into self. Hold on to it dearly. And whatever this is, it's going to be almost handed over to you, because you've removed yourself from the situation. It's like you're now able to see the situation from your guide's perspective, because they're sitting on the outskirts of this situation. They're not saying anything to you, but they are present, right? And it's like, come sit with us and let's watch this together. Let's watch this divine orchestration unfold, because as it moves through its development, it's like you're going to, there's something in it that you're going to see. So we have that Palomino, and then it's followed up by the Six of Swords. So there's something in it that you're going to see. What is it referring to? Well, one, it's talking about that approach is going to bring you success, first and foremost. It's also talking about, it's like there's something about the writer. As I was saying, writer, I'm talking about a writer, but it's like in my mind, and like it's coming through as writer, like okay, a writer, writer. Which would be you, right? Because you're the artist who's focused on the interconnectedness of things, of the universe, if you will. You're standing back, and what comes into view is the writer, which is you. It's like you're it's like you're now, it's like you're coming into view of yourself, which makes sense because it's like that's what this was talking about. It's like staying more focused on yourself. So there's something else that's going to be revealed to you, something else about yourself that is going to be revealed to you in this situation. Has something to do, hang on, I'm pulling it in. It has something to do with like a teamwork. It's interesting because it's like focus on yourself, but then there's a teamwork thing. So it has something to do with teamwork because the horse and the rider, like they work together as a team. And you know, it's your guides are pulling you back and they're saying sit with us. So there's something, okay, there's something about when you do that, when you pull back and you focus on yourself and you connect with your guides, there's some type of teamwork or collaboration. Okay, here we go. Because this is the 4, right? And you're holding, it's like you're holding back, right? You're holding back. When you hold back, there's these 3 other pentacles, and that talks about collaboration. And it's referring to writing. So we are, it's almost like, are we talking about like it's giving me like a reference to automatic writing. Because automatic writing, if you're familiar with that, it's essentially, it's like when a spirit kind of like directs your hand, right? And writes for you. So, and that requires teamwork. It requires both parties to be participants, like the 2 of Cups. It requires both parties to be participants in the co-creation of, well, of whatever, of, okay, actually it's coming back to like that manuscript. We were just talking about the Kybalion. So something's happening, right? And even though you want to be a part of it, like even though you want to be in that situation, it's like there's something else that's wanting to come through for you. Something else is happening for you. And you being in that situation, one, is not helping the situation at all. It's actually causing more strain to the situation. And two, it's like you're missing out on whatever this is. Here is presenting it's almost like discovering that that you have the ability to automatic is that how you, automatic writing, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's what's really wanting to be seen here. And then, we're finishing up your reading today with the Six of Cups. Six of Cups here. So there's something, it's referring back to kind of like that Ten of Cups here. It's like, give that situation time to develop and go through its orchestration. And in the meantime, focus on yourself and develop this skill of, well, I guess it's automatic writing. And it's like that, and then that connection that you had that was in whatever situation it's in, it's like it's going to come back. There's a reunion of you two in the Six of Cups. It's like you're going to be, for a moment, you're going to be like split apart or something. But it's just for a moment. It's only for a moment, because it's like this aspect of you needs to come in, and it can't come in if you're surrounded by, well, if you're surrounded by that like chaotic energy. It's not going to be able to, because you're not going to notice it. You're not going to notice it. So it's like, just step away from there for a second, so that you can pull in. That's what this is. It's like, so that you can pull in the memory of whatever this thing is for you. And what I am loving here is that at the tail end of your reading, like when you look at the thumbnail, at the tail end of your reading, you have all sixes. You have you have 666. So you got the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Six of Cups. So it's like, whatever this is, it's all going to come back into balance. Everything is going to come back into balance. And part of that coming back into balance is pulling this in for yourself, because it's a part of you. So it's like, in order for you to be in balance, you need to pull in this aspect, or this skill, this memory. And it's like, that's going to, whatever that is, it's almost like it's going to restore you. And also, you're going to see it being presented in front of you. Like, that internal realm is going to be externalized. Perhaps maybe in a manuscript. Like, is there anything else? Yes. We don't have here, we've got all of these sixes, but the one six that we don't have is the six of Pentacles, which actually does talk about that rebalance. But specifically what it refers to is sharing. So right now, in this moment in time, like, don't don't share this yet. Don't share this with anyone else yet. Like, keep your mouth shut, hold off a bit, and allow it to develop. So like you're allowing, it's going once again back to like the within, without. You're allowing the external situation to develop and go through its orchestration. If you allow whatever this is to develop within you, like by yourself, not sharing it necessarily yet. I'm saying yet because that does not, like when I'm saying this, that doesn't mean that it's going to be a forever thing. What that means is that just right now in this moment, don't share it yet, because when that develops and blossoms within you, it's like it's going to be presented on the outskirts, on the outside. So perhaps like that it seems like that's what the solution is here. That's what the solution is here. It's almost like when you have reached your fullest blossoming of whatever this is that's coming in for you, it's like that situation is also going to be blossomed, and the solutions will be found for that situation. So it's almost like it's happening at the same time. Yeah. That's kind of like what this is referring to. It's like it's happening at the same time. So allow it to happen. All right, Libra, thank you so much for watching. I am doing personal readings, so if you would like to get a personal reading, of course, all of that information is in the description box. And join me on Instagram and Facebook, because there are lots of other fun things that happen on there, kind of like things that happen in my life. And I go through a lot of kind of like how I read the field, if you will. So you'll get to see how I interpret my own world. All right. Have a wonderful day.